Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Sunshine's Conversations with Dragons. Today is August the 5th, 2019. It is Monday. What's good? How are you doing, my beautiful, amazing dragons, beautiful, amazing sun rays? I hope that you are doing well, taking care of yourselves. How's our meditation going, guys? Water intake. Are we eating well? Are we taking care of ourselves? Having lots of fun? Just saying. Yeah. So, all right, little hummingbird. Hummingbird trying to jump out on me. So we're going to jump right in and get started, and we'll talk about the weekend. What? Thank you. Angels, archangels, divine spirit, spirit guides, dragons, unicorns, gods and goddesses, ancestors, thank you for being present with us here today, assisting us on our highest possible path. Your presence is always welcome, and I am always grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes! What is good, my beautiful, amazing sun rays, dragons? What's good? So, I am honored to be here with you. This weekend was full of amazingness. Now, had a little bit of stress here and there, but we overcame all of that. All of those little obstacles that those molehills that thought they was mountains, we overcame all of that, and stood in gratitude with everything and for everyone that was able to show up, show support. It was beautiful. So I talked about the I'm a Survivor seminar that I was a part of, 5th annual, and I was being honored. Well, I was double honored at this amazing event, and I was really grateful. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee honored the whole IAG Productions, everyone that was a participant for I'm a Survivor seminar. So I was double honored, and the other honoree was double honored. So that was beautiful, and each and every person that was able to participate was honored, and that was that was a part of the performance. Was absolutely beautiful. So wow, I thought that was absolutely amazing. And I had the pleasure of having both of my parents there, which was a breath of fresh air. With everything going on, I didn't get all the pictures that I normally get, so I was a little sad about that, but I had to think, like, how amazing was it just to be present with them. So and them to get to share in something so beautiful for me. So I was very grateful for that. So I just want to say to you guys that even when we don't necessarily, capture the moment with pictures and video and stuff like that, remember that your memory is beautiful. And we talk about journaling a lot, and journaling those moments with the detail is beautiful, because when you're able to do that, it is a complete reflection. You can look at that, and if you write it, all of those beautiful memories come back. The visualization is able to be there, and that is absolutely beautiful. So work on your journaling and so that you're able to capture those beautiful memories, because sometimes memories that that we capture or things that we journal about don't always feel good, or not necessarily not feel good, but it is maybe something that you don't necessarily want to share with everyone. So as you write those things in your journal, you are recognizing where you were, right? If that was a rough spot, when you become present, right, you're overcoming it, and you get to look back at it in the future and think about how far you've come. So when you feel like you're having a hard time and it doesn't everything doesn't look like you think it should at that moment, you have the opportunity to look at that 3 months from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, and think, I'm not where I used to be, and see how far you've really come. Because we often don't acknowledge all of the things that we have that we've survived, that we've overcome, where we've grown so much. So think about that when you're having a hard time, So there's that beautiful thing, right? Acknowledge all of the small, all of the big, all of the in-between things that you have moved from and through into where you are present. Because we have, even when we're like, yesterday was a rough day. Well, yep, yesterday was a rough day. Guess what? Today is a new day. You survived that rough day. And what are you going to do with today? What are you going to do with today? So, there's that. Thank you for allowing me to share. Not just that, but sharing on this beautiful journey. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, head over to Conversationswithdragons.com. I'll be happy to help you there. And here we go. It says guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. I'm going to say that line again. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. Regardless of what you've done, what you think that you've failed to do, from your soul's perspective, there is neither right or wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may enhance ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. Okay, so oftentimes when we feel like we need someone to validate what we are, what we're doing, where we are, what we're doing. And the truth of the matter is, we do not. Right? We don't need anybody to validate who we are. We are amazing in our own right. But we have to get there. Most of us struggle with that. We want to see that we've made a difference or that we've touched someone. And honestly, we don't need that validation, but we look for it. From a very small child, when you've learned something or you're taught something, you want mommy or daddy to say, "Oh, good job. You did so good. Oh my gosh, that's amazing." Be your own cheerleader. We're taught that we have to have someone else to do that for us. But honey, we need to be our own cheerleader. Root for ourselves. Know that we are worthy to be cheered for. We are worthy to be great and to do great things. Now, I won't tell you that that is easy, because unlearning the things that we are taught sometimes can be a little bit difficult, but it doesn't have to be. You have to choose to be happy. No one can make you happy. No one can really make you sad. Disappoint, yes, but make you sad, no. Choose to be happy. Take all of those things that challenge you to the point of break. The things that push your buttons like nothing ever could. The people that do that. And know that you can still choose to be happy. Yes, we often do get disappointed, but we believe that people should love us the way that we love them. People should give us the way we give them. People aren't built the way you are. Some people are not where you are, meaning your growth is different from theirs. And you have to be okay with the difference between your growth and theirs, right? Sometimes that's a little difficult, but you can do that, because once you know who you are and whose you are, know that you are worthy, that you are deserving. Once you start believing and feeling that truly, then it won't matter what anybody else says, what anybody else does. You'll have that, you know what? What you say don't matter anyway. When you'll have that mentality in regards to that. Because the truth is, we don't need anyone to validate us. We need to validate us, right? Nobody else in the world like you. There's no one else in the world like you. And you are amazing, right? Yeah. There's that good stuff. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it. What you saying? What you saying? We got the trickster. Alright, so the trickster. The trickster tells you that things are not always what they seem. So some things that seem really bad are not bad. Some things that seem good are maybe too good to be true, right? Don't take everything at face value. So look beneath the surface of people, places, things. Find a little humor and gentleness in things, because sometimes, you know, people portray to be strong and angry, or meek and soft. Remember to look beneath all of that, because sometimes people, you'll meet the representative that way, right? And you don't find out who that person is until you've got time and love and everything invested. Situations, sometimes you have to find a humor in all of the stress, right? So my experience over the weekend was probably not necessarily like I would have thought it to be in regards to certain situations. And the reason I'm extra vague about it is because I'm not trying to keep calling that to me. What? But I do want to touch on the fact that all of the things combined came together in order that it was supposed to. So who would have thought that I would be double honored? I didn't. But had I focused on and continued to focus on the thing that disappointed me or made me sad, I would not have been able to embrace and enjoy all of the beautiful things that did, like the amazing people that showed up for me, right? The people that showed up for support, the people that sat through the whole event, even though they were in pain, whether they were going through something mentally, physically, emotionally. That's a huge thing. So to find a peace or a center to all of that, right? To find that peace and that center to all of that, to know that underneath all of the stuff that you went through, that there was something greater just awaiting to appear. Who would have thought that? So some things are blessings in disguise, right? You have to find a way to laugh about a lot of things that make you that seem a little uncomfortable. Like, you gotta laugh at that. Like, okay, I got upset about that. Why? Because there's something funny about that. There's something funny about the situation. It won't seem funny at the moment. It always seems funny later, because you're like, man, did I have that look? Yeah, you gave that look. Something funny about it. But just remember that your perspective is everything, and that you need to trust your vibes, trust your intuition, because it'll never steer you wrong. We often discount the little subtle things that pop up. We discount them instead of embracing them, and then we think later, like, I knew that, I thought that. And the reason that I say that is just experience itself. Like me going through this process of creating something that is important to me, that my first experience with creating my design and selling them did not pan out the way I expected it to, right? But the lesson I learned from that was literally, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So that you're not stuck. Me remembering that and learning that allowed me to still be able to share my designs and the things that I created at this beautiful platform that was provided. Whereas had I not paid attention, I would not have known that, right? And so can you imagine not having the things that you're supposed to have at that moment? So pay attention to your intuition. Oh, I think I'm gonna wear this. Yeah, I should have a backup plan. Or, you have these particular people that's supposed to model for you, and you're like, yeah, that one doesn't fit my vision, and be the one person that drops out. So it's things like that you have to pay attention to. Sometimes it's subtle. It's so subtle. It's like the wind blew across your cheek a certain way, and that one raindrop just managed to hit your nose, and you turned and you saw something. You're like, what? So find the humor in it. Pay attention to it. Remember that things are not always, what do you think it is? It's okay, right? It's okay. Now, I'm looking at these cards. This says romance and this says fire. It says, I choose to be unstoppable. Hey, girl, hey. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Wow. So, fire. Fire. Leo season. Shout out Leos. When I see that, I was like, okay, I know that that's a tiger and not a lion. But Leo is a fire sign, and it's saying fire. I'm like, yeah. So that right there is a totally affirmation. That's a total affirmation. Not that all of these cards probably are affirmation, because they probably are in some shape form, but this one is just like all in your face. Like, this says, remember who you are. Okay, I choose to be unstoppable. That is a choice. I choose, right? My passion is my power. Do you realize that if you place all of the amazing passion into the things that you create, the things that you want, the things that you're manifesting, right? You're manifesting when you're doing that. When you choose to do that, how amazing and how powerful that is, right? Like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and you just pour all of that into it. Can you imagine the shift that comes with that? That means all of the shit that was in your way is already gone. Like, that path has been cleared. It's like the dragons coming down and clearing your path, and like, all right, let's get it. Then you get to that fork in the road, and you say, okay, which way are you gonna go? Well, are you gonna take the rough road, or are you gonna take the smooth road around? Either way, you'll get there, but you get to choose. This part is clear. What you gonna do with it? Fire. You're gonna be bold. You're gonna be brave. You're gonna go on your own journey. Nobody can choose that for you. But know that you have the support you need no matter what path you take, right? Romance. Woo woo. So for some people, this is a sign, and I'm sure that they're going to giggle about that when they see it, because it's something that they're working through, right? So you have the fire and the romance together is a beautiful thing. Be gentle. Be passionate, but be gentle. Find that balance. It's kind of like music, like you're dancing. And when you dance with someone, right, you don't want to step on their toes, right? And you don't necessarily want to lead. You want it to be balanced so that you both enjoy the dance. That's what you have to do. You have to find the balance to be able to dance to the music that you both enjoy, without stepping on any toes, without taking over and taking control, for it to be balanced. Now, with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful reading, right? And it is beautiful. We are no longer feeling guilty. We are choosing to be unstoppable. We are going to find humor and amazement in everything that we do. And the romance of all of that is going to be the balance that we find in our own life, in our own steps, moving forward, leaving the past behind, and not looking back. So, I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Absolutely beautiful. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, and hugs. Smile. You are loved. And that is a beautiful thing.